Hello and welcome back to People Skills Pro. Let's talk about a strange and unsettling feeling you might have experienced, especially at work or in a competitive social group. You're just doing your job, focusing on your own goals, trying to be a good team player. But you can't shake the feeling that one particular person is treating you differently. There's a tension in your interactions that you can't quite name. They seem to be subtly competing with you, but you're not even aware that a race has started. They ask questions in meetings that feel less like curiosity and more like an interrogation. They seem to be forming alliances that feel strategically aimed in your direction. You feel like you're on a battlefield, but you're the only one who doesn't know that a war has been declared. If this sounds familiar, you are likely in an unspoken rivalry. This is a one-sided Cold War where the other person has identified you as their primary competitor, their rival, their obstacle, and they have begun a campaign of subtle, strategic actions designed to gain an advantage over you. Because their actions are so covert and cloaked in plausible deniability, it can make you feel paranoid and question your own judgment. But you are not paranoid. You are perceptive. Your gut is picking up on a real hidden conflict. Today, we are going to give your conscious mind the tools to see what your gut already knows. We will do a deep dive into the 6 signs that you are in a rivalry you didn't know about. We will decode the psychology of the covert competitor and give you a powerful professional framework to navigate this unspoken war, not by sinking to their level, but by rising above it. The core principle: competitor versus rival. Before we get to the signs, we must understand the crucial difference between a healthy competitor and a toxic rival. A healthy competitor wants to win. Their focus is on improving themselves. They will run faster, work harder, and learn more to be the best. They see you as a benchmark that inspires them to be better. This is a positive, growth-oriented mindset. A toxic rival also wants to win, but their focus is on making you lose. They operate from a zero-sum scarcity mindset, believing that the only way for them to rise is for you to fall. They spend less time on their own performance and more time trying to disrupt yours. The signs we are about to discuss are the footprints of the toxic rival. They are the evidence that this person is not just trying to win the race, they are trying to trip you at the starting line. Sign number 1: the public interrogation. This is a classic power play that happens in a public forum, like a team meeting or a group presentation. It is designed to look like due diligence, but is actually a targeted attack on your credibility. What it looks like: you are presenting your work or an idea. When you finish, the rival, often with a look of intense and helpful curiosity, begins to pepper you with a series of highly specific, obscure, or gotcha questions. That's a great overview, but on slide 7, you cited the Q2 data. Can you explain why you didn't use the revised data from the Q2 addendum that was sent out last week? Was that a conscious choice? This is a really interesting approach. How do you see this scaling if our budget were to be cut by 15%, which is a real possibility? The psychology here. The rival's goal here is twofold. First, they are trying to catch you off guard and make you look unprepared or incompetent in front of decision makers. Second, they're positioning themselves as more intelligent, more detail-oriented, and more strategically minded than you. They are not seeking to understand, they are seeking to expose. How to handle it? The acknowledge and defer method. Never get defensive. Becoming flustered or defensive is exactly what they want. It makes you look weak. Stay calm and confident. Take a breath. Acknowledge the question's validity, even if it's a petty one. Defer the details. Your goal is to maintain control of the room and not get dragged into a public debate on a minor point. That's an excellent Detailed question. It probably requires a more in-depth answer than we have time for right now, but I'd be happy to connect with you offline after the meeting to walk you through my reasoning. This response is brilliant. It validates them, it shows you're not scared of the question, but it also respectfully shuts down their attempt to hijack your presentation. You have maintained your status and professionalism. Sign number 2. The strategic alliance with your obstacles. Every project and every career path has obstacles. A difficult stakeholder, a bureaucratic department, a person who is known for saying no. A healthy colleague will commiserate with you about these obstacles. A rival will befriend them. What it looks like. You notice that your rival is suddenly spending a lot of time building a rapport with the exact person or department that is a roadblock to your success. They are going for coffee with the head of the legal department that is holding up your contract. They are laughing and joking with the IT manager who is slow-walking your software request. The psychology. This is a classic "the enemy of my enemy is my friend" strategy. By aligning themselves with your obstacles, they achieve two things. They gain leverage. They can subtly influence your obstacle to make things even more difficult for you. And they position themselves as the solution. They can then go to your boss and say, "I know your name is having a lot of trouble with the legal department, but I have a great relationship with them. Maybe I can step in and help smooth things over." They create the problem, then sell themselves as the solution. How to handle it? The direct relationship method. Do not rely on intermediaries. You must build your own direct relationships with these key stakeholders. Do not let your rival be the gatekeeper. Be proactive. Schedule your own coffee meetings with these people. Find common ground. Understand their concerns. When you have your own strong, direct line of communication, your rival's special relationship becomes irrelevant. Sign number 3. The information vacuum. In a healthy team, information flows freely to everyone except you. What it looks like. You notice you're consistently the last to know about important changes or updates. You are accidentally left off crucial email chains or group chats where decisions are being discussed. They will have huddle conversations with other team members, but the moment you approach, the conversation stops or abruptly changes topic. The psychology is information is power. By creating an information vacuum around you, the rival ensures that you are always one step behind. You can't make good decisions without good data. This tactic is designed to make you less effective and to isolate you from the rest of the team. How to handle it? The systemize and publicize method. Create official channels. Insist on transparent, official channels for all important project communication. To make sure we're all aligned, can we create a dedicated Slack channel for this project where all updates are posted? Use public recaps. After a conversation or meeting, send a follow-up email to the entire group summarizing the key decisions and action items. This creates a public record and prevents the rival from controlling the narrative behind the scenes. Sign number 4. The shadow comparison. This is a sophisticated and cowardly way to criticize you without ever mentioning your name. They will loudly and enthusiastically praise another person for possessing a skill that is your known weakness. What it looks like? You struggle with public speaking. In a team meeting, your rival says, "I just want to give a shout out to Jen. Her presentation last week was a masterclass. Her confidence and clarity were just so powerful. It's a great example for all of us." The psychology. They are creating a shadow comparison. They are not attacking you directly. They are holding up a shining example of what you are not, forcing everyone in the room, including you, to make the negative comparison in their own minds. It's a way to highlight your weakness under the perfect cover of celebrating someone else. How to handle it? The unflappable agreement and action method. Agree enthusiastically. I couldn't agree more. Jen was fantastic. I'm actually planning to ask her if she can give me some pointers. Show, don't tell. The ultimate way to defeat this is to actively work on your weakness. Take a public speaking class. Practice. The next time you present, be noticeably better. Your improvement is the ultimate rebuttal to their shadow comparison. Sign number 5, the resource hoarder. A healthy competitor believes a rising tide lifts all boats. A rival believes in sinking your boat so theirs looks taller. What it looks like? They discover a new tool, a valuable contact, a helpful piece of research, or an opportunity that would benefit the whole team, but they keep it to themselves. They hoard resources to maintain a personal advantage, even when it comes at the expense of the team's overall success. This is pure scarcity mindset. They believe that success is a zero-sum game. They cannot share a resource because they think it will diminish their own unique value. They would rather the whole team do slightly worse as long as they look slightly better in comparison. How to handle it? The build your own network method. Recognize you can't rely on them. Stop expecting them to be a collaborative partner. Become a hub yourself. Be the person who does share resources freely. Build your own network of contacts and information. When you become a valuable resource for others, people will naturally share with you in return, bypassing the hoarder. Sign number 6, the mirrored disinterest. This is a powerful nonverbal sign that happens when you are sharing something you're passionate about. What it looks like. You start talking about a project you're excited about or a personal win. A true friend will lean in and share your excitement. A rival's body language will become a perfect mirror of disinterest. They will break eye contact, glance at their phone or watch, their expression will go flat, and their body will physically turn slightly away from you. The psychology. This is a form of emotional stonewalling. Your passion and success are so threatening to their ego that they cannot even perform the social nicety of pretending to be interested. Their body is confessing their true feelings of disinterest and contempt. They are non-verbally communicating, "What you're saying has no value to me." How to handle it? The stop pitching method. Recognize the signal immediately. The moment you see this, stop. Stop trying to convince them. Do not talk faster or with more energy to try and win back their interest. That is a low-status move. End the conversation gracefully. Simply wrap up your point and end the conversation. Anyway, that's what I've been working on. I've got to run. Catch you later. You have learned a valuable lesson. This person is not a safe audience for your passion. Stop giving it to them. So, let's bring this all together. The unspoken war is real, but it is not a war you need to fight with their weapons. You do not need to resort to sabotage, gossip, or backstabbing. You win by recognizing the game. You see their public interrogations, their strategic alliances, their information vacuums, their shadow comparisons, their resource hoarding, and their mirrored disinterest not as random acts, but as a coordinated campaign from a place of deep insecurity. Your response is not to fight fire with fire, but to fight fire with water. You respond with unshakable professionalism, strategic communication, and a relentless focus on your own excellence. You build your own alliances. You control your own information. You let their petty tactics expose themselves while you continue to build, to grow, and to succeed. In the end, the best revenge is not revenge at all. It is simply being better. If you found this guide helpful, please click the like button and subscribe to People Skills Pro for more practical advice on navigating the complexities of human relationships. Thank you for listening.